Hello friends, and welcome back to a brand new bullet journal video. In today's video, we are taking a look at my 2023 reading bullet journal spreads. And I know a lot of videos have been coming out lately to flip through reading journals. The way I document my reading doesn't really require me to have a full journal, so I just create some spreads in the bullet journal I am using at the time. So to dive in, we are taking a look at my 2023 bullet journal, and this one lasted until August, so March to August 2023. I got the idea of doing the squares from Plant-Based Bride, so I will link her channel in the description box below. I definitely like how this looked, and seeing that I filled in all 50 squares, I definitely read 50 books. And then on the next page, I was able to track all of the books that I read each month, and for some months, I definitely went outside the box and had to use additional paper to continue my list for that month. So as we can see, January and February were really busy reading months. And then we get to the rest of the year. And while this bullet journal only went to August, I still kept track of the rest of the year in this journal instead of moving the remaining months. I just wanted everything in one place. And like I've said in previous videos, it doesn't really bother me to have to go through two different journals. If anything, I like having my previous bullet journal out after I moved into a new one, because sometimes I'll look back and see different spreads. So as I'm planning out my monthlies or weeklies, I can gather inspiration. So I still logged everything in this journal as far as the remaining months. My busiest reading month was definitely September 2023, when I read 14 books in that month. And then in November, I was pretty burnt out by that point, so I didn't read anything. But that's okay. I had my fill, and I just needed time to recoup. Moving on to my current bullet journal, this is the one I am currently working through, and it will take me up to April 2024, which is awesome. Normally it's been kind of like in my last journal we just went through, March to August. So this one is giving me an extra month, which is awesome. Moving on, this is the remaining months of 2023. So again, I tracked the books that I read in the previous journal, and this one I continued the tracker with the squares, and to end the year I got to 78 books. I wasn't really aiming to get to 90, so it wasn't like that was the end goal. I just put whatever I could fit on the page, and I got to 78, which is awesome. And then this is my 2024 reading log. So I wanted to show you how I'm tracking books this year. I know I will definitely run out of room on my reading list, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. And then I wanted to use or try one of these bookshelf trackers. So this one I kind of made myself and got inspiration from other YouTubers, bullet journalers, and so I don't really have like a source of where I got that specific design from, but I know a bunch of people do bookshelf related spreads. So I used my Archer and Olive gel pens, and then a copper gel pen I probably got it in a subscription box somewhere, to draw out the lines. And I'm also using the Archer and Olive date stamp that we got in the fall subscription box. The stamp itself, like the ink pad, was really saturated, so I've just been using a Tombow Duel Brush Pen to brush over the numbers and the date and stamp it in my journal. For any items that I may forget to mention, I will link them in the description box below if I can remember like where I got the sticker or anything like that. Also, feel free to pause this video if you want to take a look at the books I read. I definitely wasn't planning on going over each and every one. In my current bullet journal, I did make a list of my 5-star reads as well as my favorite series that I read last year, and I guess I could kind of talk a little bit about those. The first series I'll talk about is by Emily Organ, and it is the Penny Green series, and there's over 10 books in this series, and it's about a lady detective in like the late 1800s, and I've really enjoyed listening to the audiobooks. So I'm pretty much caught up with those books at this point. And then the second series is Betwixt and Between by Dorinda Jones. And there's 4 books so far. I also listened to those on audiobook and really enjoyed the series. So I definitely recommend those. I also started The Hunger Games, and as I'm recording this, I am reading the second book, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I've never read The Hunger Games before, so I'm definitely enjoying it very much. And that is the end of this video. So I really hope you enjoyed watching as I went through my 2023 reading spreads. Please give a like, please comment, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.